Ever felt like your Excel spreadsheet is playing hide and seek with the numbers? Well, get ready to unravel the mystery of the sum if cell contains number. Say goodbye to manual calculations and welcome the effortless summing up of values based on specific conditions. Hi there, welcome to Exceldemy, where you can learn to use Excel and solve Excel VBA related problems. I'm Eshrak Kader, and in today's video I'll be discussing 6 examples of how to sum if cell contains number in Excel. For this tutorial, I'll be using Microsoft Excel 365. Consider the Stella Electronics sales dataset. Notice there is something fishy in the price column. Some of the prices are in number format, while others are in text format. Now, if I apply the sum function to calculate the total price, the results don't quite add up. Clearly, the sum function thinks the price for Google Pixel 6 is a text and is ignoring it. So let's explore the possible solutions for this problem. As I've mentioned earlier, the sum function ignores any text values. So I need to combine other functions to calculate the correct total price. To do this, I'll go to the C12 cell, press equal. I'll start with the sum function. Press tab to autocomplete. For the number 1 argument of the sum function, I'll start the if error function. Again, press tab to autocomplete. I'll enter the value argument of the if error function. I'll enter 2 minus signs, which are called the double unary operator. I'll start with the left function. Press tab to again autocomplete. For the text argument of the left function, I'll select from C5 to C11 range, which contains my prices. Insert a comma. For the number of characters argument of the left function, I'll start the find function. Press tab. For the find text argument of the find function, I'll start with double quotes. Insert a blank space, then close the double quotes. Insert a comma. For the within text argument of the find function, I'll again select from C5 to C11 range. Then insert an ampersand operator, start double quotes, insert a blank space, close the double quotes, close the parentheses of the find function. Then close the parentheses of the left function. Insert a comma. Finally, open and close double quotes. Then close the parentheses of the if error function and the last parenthesis of the sum function. Press enter. Let's briefly understand how this formula works. First, the find function searches for the position of the first space character in each of the text string in C5 to C11 range. The ampersand and blank space character ensure a space is added to the end of each text string before searching, so that any string without a space doesn't return an error. The left function extracts a certain number of characters from the left side of the string. The double unary operator before the left function converts the Boolean values of true and false into ones and zeros, which can be understood by the array function. Next, the if error function handles any errors, while the sum function returns the sum total of the values. Therefore, the correct total price is $4,899. Previously, the sum function gave the incorrect result. If I go back to the dataset worksheet, I can see the previous total price was $3,999, since the price of Google Pixel 6 was not included. Alternatively, the substitute function can also help us calculate the sum if cell contains a combination of text and numbers. To calculate the total price, go to the C12 cell, press equal. Again, start with the sum function, press tab to autocomplete. For the number 1 argument of the sum function, I'll start the substitute function. Press tab. For the text argument of the substitute function, I'll select the price column from C5 to C11 range. Insert a comma, then start double quotes, start a parenthesis, and type out of stock, just like I've typed in the dataset. Close the parenthesis, then close the double quotes, insert a comma. For the new text argument of the substitute function, I'll open and close double quotes. This represents the blank space character. Close the parentheses of the substitute function, then insert a plus sign and add 0. Close the final parentheses of the sum function and press enter. Select the C12 cell. Now let's briefly understand how this formula actually works. The substitute function looks for the out-of-stock text within the C5 to C11 range and replaces them with an empty string, thus converting them into text form. The addition of a 0 at the end of the substitute function converts the array back to numbers, so that the sum function can calculate the total price, which in this case is $6,099. In case of more than one kind of text, we can simply nest more substitute functions. So, to calculate the total price, I'll jump to the C12 cell, press equal, I'll start with the sum function. Press tab to autocomplete. For the number 1 argument of the sum function, I'll start the substitute function. Press tab to autocomplete. In order to handle two different kinds of text, I'll nest a second substitute function. For the text argument of the second substitute function, I'll select from C5 to C11 range, which contains my prices. Insert a comma. For the old text argument, I'll start double quotes, then start the parentheses and type out of stock as in the dataset. Close the parentheses, then close the double quotes. Insert a comma. For the new text argument, I want to replace the out-of-stock text with a blank space character. So I'll open double quotes and close it. Close the parentheses of the second substitute function. Insert a comma. Now I'll add the second text which is not available. Start double quotes, start the parentheses, and type not available. Close the parentheses, close the double quotes, insert a comma. Again, I want to replace the not available text with a blank space. So I'll open and close double quotes. Close the final parentheses of the first substitute function, then insert a plus sign and add a 0. Close the parentheses of the sum function. Press enter. Unsurprisingly, we get the total price of $6,099, just like before. Let's briefly go through how this formula works. The two substitute functions find the out-of-stock and not available text from the C5 to C11 range and replaces them with an empty string. As explained earlier, the addition of the 0 at the end converts the array into numbers. So, the sum function can calculate the total price. Continuing with the theme of calculating the sum if cell contains numbers. Here I want to calculate the total sales of those employees whose ID is in the number form. I'll go to the C12 cell, press equal, and I'll start the SUMPRODUCT function. Press tab to autocomplete. For the array1 argument of the SUMPRODUCT function, I'll start with the double unary operator. So type 2 minus signs, then start the ISNUMBER function. Press tab to autocomplete. For the value argument of the ISNUMBER function, I'll select the employee IDs from B5 to B11 range. Close the parentheses of the ISNUMBER function. Insert a comma. For the array2 argument of the SUMPRODUCT function, I'll select the sales values in the C5 to C11 range. Close the parentheses and press enter. Let's go through how this formula works. The ISNUMBER function checks whether the values in the B5 to B11 range are numbers or not and returns a true or false array. The double unary signs preceding the ISNUMBER function converts the Boolean values of true and false into ones and zeros. Finally, the SUMPRODUCT function multiplies these ones and zeros with the values in the C5 to C11 range. Therefore, we get a total sales of $21,500. If you look closely, you can tell apart a number from a text by looking at their alignments. Notice the numeric values are right aligned, while the text values are left aligned. Suppose you want to sum the values if the cell begins with a specific number. For instance, I want to calculate the total sales of those employees whose ID starts with 16. To do this, I'll move to the C12 cell, press equal, and start the SUMPRODUCT function. Press Tab to autocomplete. For the array1 argument of the SUMPRODUCT function, I'll start with double unary operator, then start a parenthesis and type the left function. Press Tab to autocomplete. For the text argument of the left function, I'll select from B5 to B11 range, which contains my employee IDs. Insert a comma. For the number of characters argument of the left function, I'll insert 2, since I want to extract the first 2 characters from the left. Close the parenthesis, then insert a plus sign followed by a 0. This will convert the text values returned by the left function into numeric values. Next, insert equal to 16. So the left function will check whether the first 2 characters from the B5 to B11 range equals to 16 and returns a true or false array. Close the parenthesis, then insert an asterisk symbol. Start another parenthesis. This time I'll select the sales column from C5 to C11 range. Close the parenthesis, then close the parenthesis of the SUMPRODUCT function and press Enter. Let's briefly understand how this formula works. The left function checks if the first 2 numbers of the employee ID in the B5 to B11 range start with 16 or not. Due to the double dash signs, the left function returns 1 if the condition is true, otherwise it returns a 0. The SUMPRODUCT function multiplies the 1s and 0s with the values in the C5 to C15 range. This eventually returns the total sales of $40,500. To calculate the sum based on specific criteria, for example, the prices that are greater than $700, we can apply the SUMIF function. I'll go to the C12 cell, press equal and start the SUMIF function. Press Tab to autocomplete. For the range argument of the SUMIF function, I'll select from C5 to C11 range, which contains my prices. Insert a comma. For the criteria argument of the SUMIF function, I'll start double quotes, insert greater than symbol, and type 700. Since I want to sum the prices that are greater than $700. Close the double quotes, close the parentheses, and press Enter. Here, the SUMIF function calculates the sum of the values that meet the specific criteria, in my case the prices that are greater than $700, and returns the total price. In this section, I'll demonstrate how you can sum values that start with a specific text using the SUMIF function. Move to the C12 cell, press equal and type the SUMIF function. Press Tab to autocomplete. For the range argument of the SUMIF function, select the employee IDs from B5 to B11 range. Insert a comma. For the criteria argument of the SUMIF function, I'll start double quotes, then insert a capital letter S. Afterward, insert an asterisk symbol, which is a wildcard character that represents any number of characters beginning with the letter S. Close the double quotes, insert a comma. For the sum range argument of the SUMIF function, I'll select the sales column from C5 to C11 range. Close the parentheses and press Enter. Here, the SUMIF function looks for the values that start with the letter capital S from the B5 to B11 range. Based on this criteria, the SUMIF function aggregates the values of C5 to C11 range. The asterisk symbol is a wildcard character that matches the employee IDs beginning with the letter S. For my last example, I want to consider the scenario where the text for the criteria is in the middle of the string. For example, the product ID contains the year the product was sold, like 2014, 2015, 2016, etc. And these year values are in the middle of the string. Now I want to sum up the sales based on these year values. Therefore, I'll use the SUMIFs function. Go to the F5 cell, press equal, type the SUMIFs function, press Tab to autocomplete. For the sum range argument, I'll select the price from C5 to C13 range. Press F4 to lock in both the row and column references. Insert a comma. For the criteria range 1 argument, I'll select the product ID from B5 to B13 range. Again, press F4 to make the cell references absolute. Insert a comma. For the criteria 1 argument, I'll start double quotes, insert asterisk symbol, which is the wildcard character, close the double quotes, insert ampersand, select the E5 cell reference which contains the year 2016, then insert another ampersand operator, start double quotes, insert asterisk symbol, close the double quotes, close the parentheses, and press Enter. Drag the fill handle tool to copy the formula into the cells below. Here, the SUMIFS function calculates the sum of the values in the C5 to C13 range by matching the criteria in the E5 cell based on the values from B5 to B13 range. Once again, the asterisk symbol is a wildcard character that looks for the year values regardless of the text before or after the year value. Finally, we get the sales based on each of the year values. In this demonstration, I have shown you 6 useful examples of how to sum if cell contains number. Don't forget to download the practice workbook from the video description. Try it out for yourself. It's a great way to improve your Excel skills. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. If you have any queries, suggestions or feedback, leave a comment down below. For more information, you can also visit exceldemy.com. Also, to see more helpful content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hope to see you next time. Bye!